Well, hello there. Out today for another evening hike after work. Once again, out near the Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area. Today I'm up at the Vickery Creek Falls Trail System, and we're gonna see what we can explore here. Did this trail once earlier in the year, back in January, entering from a different trailhead. This time I'm entering from the Oxbow Road trailhead, and so we'll see what the trail's like this time of year. I'm gonna continue on. Hopefully I'll get maybe somewhere around 5 miles or so in today, and we'll see what lies before us. We'll catch you up along the way, but for now I'm heading out. Well, the trail has been quiet so far. Haven't seen anyone else out here. There was only one other car in the parking lot when I started on the trail, so not anticipating any crowds of any sort. Midweek, early in the evening, understandable, but I'll enjoy the solitude. Trail's in good condition. Haven't really had much in the way of rain of late, just a few scattered storms yesterday afternoon. I'm not sure if it ever even really soaked anywhere. So, but the growth about the trail, as you can see, is filled out. The woods are green, and the barren trees of my January or early February visit are a memory. So makes for a more shaded experience. You feel like you're just walking along inside green corridors, and I've seen squirrels active, heard birds calling. Nothing else bigger or more significant than that, but those are still pleasant companions to have along with me on my evening walks. I'm going to continue on from here, and we'll check in further if there's more to see. Well, about halfway through the hike, looped back around to near the river, and I know the falls is still a ways up ahead of me. Just observing one of the dichotomies of having a natural area contained basically within the heart of suburbia is you'll be walking along in a beautiful natural setting like this, but yet you can't quite escape the sounds of civilization, the road traffic. I've heard planes flying overhead. It's, interspersed with the bugs and the birds and the squirrels, all making their natural sounds. You get that mix of urbanized environment coming along with it, and it disrupts it a little bit, but you still just got to be grateful, I guess, that you do at least have these areas in the middle of suburban settings, so you can take advantage of them. Well, it looks like I've entered quite another little tunnel system, as you can see out behind me here. I'll give you kind of the front view of what I'm going through at the moment, right alongside the river here. So I'm gonna pay attention to my footing and make sure I don't get caught up. We'll catch up again further down. Just encountered this bit of a narrow rocky ledge that the path goes along, and had to help a few people navigate their way around me. So now I'm going to attempt to get up and around myself without being unduly risky. And just to give you a sense of what I was navigating over there, and continuing on around this outcropping. A little bit more challenging than I expected to encounter on this hike, but well within our ability to achieve. And yes, there are safer paths to get around this area, but I was hugging the riverbank as close as I could, and this is what it led me to. So I think I'm past the worst of it now, and moving on. Section of the trail is one I haven't been on before, neither of the time I've been out to this trail system, and I'll say it's maybe my favorite section of this area. You got an interesting and dynamic trail. You got the river running alongside. It's not deep, obviously, you can see the shallow rocks, but that creates for the nice effect of the, I won't necessarily call it rapids, but the water tumbling over the rocks as I walk alongside. And yeah, I'm glad I've ventured off the designated path from all trails for the trek I was taking tonight to explore this little corner of the woods. And I've seen a few other people who go in the opposite direction along this stretch, but still mostly have had the trail to myself, and have been enjoying every minute of it. Apparently that section of the river leading up to and culminating at the point where I got the footage of the blue heron is a popular spot for photo shoots. Saw maybe 4 or 5 different groups of people out, whether it was formal wear or bikini shots. Quite the range of photographic scenery. So I think I'm about to make my approach down to the best view of the falls itself, and we will get some footage of that as we approach it. But yeah, still enjoying this trail. That extra loop I think is going to give me the target distance I was shooting for of at least 5 miles. If I had stuck to the laid out route, it was only going to be about 3.5. So getting the extra distance is all good, and when it's a pleasant experience, it's even better. And yes, as you can probably tell from the sound, I have made it up to the falls area. So I'll spin the camera around and give you all a view of that. Right around the tree here, you get a little bit better view. See tumbling over the dam, as well as a little side flow coming around it. It's for picturesque scenery. I'm not going to go ahead and do the hike down to the river's edge. It's got a number of people down there, and I don't want to disrupt them with filming, and I'm here to hike, not wade around the water. So we'll get you another little view of the falls. Whether you can hear me over the rush of the water or not, we will find out in the editing. But definitely an impressive sight. Well, I've made my last double back, and am on the stretch of trail that's going to lead me back to the bridge that crosses over the creek here to get back to the parking lot and the trailhead. It's been a good hike out here today. I've enjoyed seeing some new areas of the trail that I haven't been on before, having some little adventures, seeing some interesting wildlife, and all in all, great way to spend an evening. So I'm going to close it out here. Thanks again, as always, for coming along with me, and we will see you on the next trail. Well, out for a quick one tonight. I'm back at Leita Thompson doing a quick 2 laps if I can get it in before dinner time. So not gonna probably film much. We'll give you the highlights and close it out once I get 2 laps done, but just wanted to acknowledge what I'm doing tonight. Came around a curve, see this fine fellow crossing the path. We'll let him continue on his way up the slope here. Well, 1 lap down and my pace is good. I'm putting in a sub 20-minute mile, so glad for that. Legs are still feeling strong, and well, as you saw from that last bit, even on a quick day like this, some interesting things to be seen. Anyway, continuing on. Well, if you can hear me over the sound of the road traffic as I'm nearing the parking lot on the end of my second lap. I'm gonna close it out. It's been a good hike, fast hike, seen a few interesting things, and you know, enjoyed the company of the multitude of people out here on the trail with me tonight. I'm getting just under 5 miles today, but I've done it at a good pace, so I feel, you know, accomplished with the work that I've put in here. And we'll see if we can't come up with something a little more interesting for this weekend's outing. But for now, thanks for coming along with me tonight, and we will see you on the next trail.